Long ago, in the heart of northern Africa, there was a village known as Kizaka. It was a place swallowed by darkness, where traditions were cruel and fearful. Every year, the people would sacrifice an infant to their idol, believing this was the only way to protect the land from famine and sickness. The king of Kizaka ruled with a stern law. Any stranger who dares bring another faith into this land shall be cast into the evil cave, where monsters will devour him as a sacrifice to her gods. For many years, no one dared to break the decree. But one day, a missionary came into Kizaka. He saw the hopelessness in their eyes, the pain in their hearts, and the emptiness in their worship. Instead of condemning them outright, he began gently. In the busy marketplace, while the villagers danced in their rituals, he handed out beautiful clothes to men, women, and children. The people stopped to look, curious. When their attention was on him, he began to speak about the living God, a God who does not take the lives of children, but who gives life freely through his Son. The crowd murmured. Some whispered to one another in wonder, but others rushed to report him to the king. Soon, he was seized by guards and brought to the palace. The king glared down at him from his throne and thundered, "Stranger, you have broken the law of Kizaka. You dare speak of another god in my land? Take him to the evil cave at once." The guards dragged him away and cast him into the dreaded cave, where no man had ever survived. Days passed. The villagers expected screams, but the cave remained silent. On the third day, when the guards returned, they found him alive, unhurt, and calm. They hurried back to tell the king. The king's face darkened. "Impossible. Then we shall end him with our own hands. Bring him to the shrine. He shall be beheaded." The guards moved swiftly, but before the sword could be drawn, the king's daughter stepped forward. Tears filled her eyes as she cried out, "Father, please, do not kill him. Let him pray to his God for my brother. You know the prince has been sick for so long. No priest, no sacrifice has healed him. If this man's God is real, let him show his power." The king hesitated. He looked at his son, pale and weak upon his bed, and then at his daughter, pleading before him. After a long pause, he waved his hand. "Very well. Let him try. If his God fails, his head will fall." The missionary was brought into the prince's chamber. He knelt by the boy's bedside, lifted his hands, and prayed softly. "Lord Jesus, show these people that you are the true and living God. Heal this child and bring light to Kizaka." As he finished, a hush filled the room. The boy stirred, his eyes opened, and life returned to his face. Slowly, he sat up, then stood, then walked across the chamber. The entire palace gasped. The princess covered her mouth with joy, tears streaming down her face. The king trembled, then fell to his knees before the missionary. Your God is the true God. From this day, Kizaka shall bow to him alone." The people wept and shouted with relief. Idols were cast aside, the sacrifices ended, and hope returned to the land. In gratitude, the king gave his daughter's hand in marriage to the missionary. Together, they brought a new season to Kizaka. Peace replaced fear, joy replaced sorrow, and light overcame the darkness. Once a village bound in chains, Kizaka became a land of freedom, healing, and hope, all because one man dared to bring the light of God's love into the shadows.